You're
love
gonna
Shalamar.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Takes me back.
Oh, yes, we're going back to the dance floor now on Breakfast. If you grew up in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, any time in your life, you are bound to have thrown some shapes on the dance floor to the sound of Shalamar.
Now, they are credited with bringing body popping to the UK. I didn't know that. They also taught Michael Jackson to moonwalk. And now, almost 50 years on from their first release, they're back on tour.
They're going to be here in a second. But first, let's just have some tune, shall we? Way to start a Tuesday.
Oh, I was going to say Monday, but it's not. It's definitely Tuesday. It is.
Jeffrey Daniel, Howard Hewitt and Carolyn Griffey from Shalamar, all here with us on the sofa. Welcome. It is so good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Put a smile on all our faces.
Well, you put a smile on our face, because usually we'd be asleep.
We put eyes on your faces. You had to open them this morning.
Right.
How's life? How are things going?
It's wonderful. Everything's great.
Everything's good. We're touring and just having a good time.
And great headgear all
Yes.
around.
Oh, thank
You all win with the hats
Actually, the
today.
hat I wanted to wear was in our Sprinter, but we didn't come in.
Oh, I see. But you all look great. Great hats today.
Thank you.
Fashion has obviously always been quite a big part of your look.
Right.
Looking
Somewhat,
back
yeah.
at some of those videos.
Yeah. We like to be fashionable, as they say.
Stylish.
I don't know. Everybody kind of laughs at me. I'm actually really a cowgirl, so I've always loved Western wear, and
Which is also stylish.
it's stylish now.
Yes.
It's very in,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's very in
Oh,
now.
Beyonce,
So see, I've always been ahead of the curve.
Always performing, always about the show. And tell us about the dance moves. And we'll talk about the music in a minute, but obviously the dance moves are hugely important because you changed history by bringing body popping here.
Right. I mean, dancing has always been inextricably a part of the Shalamar presentation because I started off dancing on the Soul Train television show. And it was the producer of Soul Train, Don Cornelius, that put the record company and the group together along with Dick Griffey. And
Look at this.
The dancing has always been a part of our presentation. So, and then when I came over in '82 and brought body popping, I had no idea that they hadn't seen any of that yet. And it just was an explosion.
Can I just say I missed those outfits?
Jeffrey still wears them.
Don't blame him.
Was it a conscious decision back then to make dance an integral part of Shalamar?
It's just what we did.
Yeah.
It's just so intrinsically, part of it. So it's just what we did.
I'll be honest. I mean, and sorry to take over, but Dick Griffey, as he said, was my father.
Yeah.
And he always talked about, because of Jeffrey's vivaciousness and his moves, and that was really a huge attraction. I mean, there were so many great dancers on there, but he was definitely one that stood out to them. So
It was for me when I came into the group, it was like they were teaching me all the dance moves and all that. And I'm like, after I gotten in there for about 3 or 4 months, I said, look, you guys, I got to be able to hit these notes, man. I can't hit these notes and dance at the same time. But I do actually more now than I
Howard
did back
dances
in the
more
day.
now than he did back then.
See, before he was like, I don't dance.
I don't dance.
I don't dance.
Do you enjoy it now, the dancing?
I just enjoy
Your father, because he put Shalamar together. He created the band.
Yeah, they both did at the time.
He and Don Cornelius.
He and Don Cornelius.
Yeah.
They had a joint venture in Soul Train Records, to the point where Don really wasn't so much into the records. He really wanted to focus on the show. So my father went ahead and I guess he purchased his interest and carried on and changed the name to Solar Records. So that was the birth of Solar Records, where
Sound of
Which
Los
was
Sound of
even
Los-
greater because the acronym for Solar is Sound of Los Angeles Records. And then so here we are, you know.
Yeah.
And you talk about like going on tour with your mates, but actually it's a bit more like family, isn't it? It's really...
No, I hadn't know these guys.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have a great time. Like I said, you know, when I'm home, I'm touring basically by myself, and I have my band and all that kind of stuff. But then when I come here, you know, and you know, with Jeff and Carolyn, we have a ball. We have
And
a
you know,
great
the
time.
funny thing about it is, we come together for this tour. Carolyn's in Las Vegas, Howard's in Los Angeles, and I'm in
Vegas.
Nigeria.
You're in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah, so we get together and we do our thing.
Yeah.
So how do you practice? Is it sort of video
We don't
calls?
need to.
No, of course you don't. Of course.
Practice.
It's just a second
Practice.
hand.
No, we actually,
Second
because
nature.
because we have the best dancer choreographer in the world.
Oh, go on.
And when you have somebody like that, he makes it very easy to just catch on, and it really does.
Yeah.
So
Then
in terms of like rehearsals then, you must do a bit.
Well, we have a couple
days.
days rehearsal with the band, because our band is here in the UK. So we have a couple, you know, like when we leave here, we'll go down to London. We'll rehearse for a couple of days.
To fine-tune things and,
Yeah.
And for-
reacclimate.
Change
For the
change
nostalgic
thing.
value, some of the dances that we do.
Do.
Okay. are, you know, part of the dances that they did back then. So, I mean, a little piece of something just for the nostalgia, but Jeffrey always adds something fresh to it. So it's easier.
That's clever. How do you blend that? By keeping all the stuff that people love, but also making it fresh.
By paying attention and keeping an eye on what's going on, what's trendy, what's new, but then still maintaining the integrity of, you know,
What we do.
because it's a balance. It's a balancing act. And then now we got everyone in there. We can appease the whole, you know, spectrum.
It's like last year we played South Africa, and the people and Jeff broke into this South African dance that he had been practicing the whole time.
watching
and I'm
on
like,
YouTube.
And the whole time he's practicing, and I'm like, that looks crazy. But when he started doing it on stage, they went crazy. It was
Nuts.
like it was amazing.
And you said you saw it on YouTube, because I was going to say the whole sort of TikTok dance thing with people doing movements. I mean, you are perfectly placed for that, aren't you?
But what he does too, what Jeff will do is he'll, you know, because with him being in Africa, he's got an ear to the ground, an eye to the ground. He'll send me a video. Learn this. Learn this. So at home, I'm sitting there looking ridiculous, not getting it. And then we can fine tune it in rehearsal. So he does show me the
So
things.
you're always working.
Yeah,
really.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
It's
just
fun.
sing.
I just sing.
But he does that well.
But you sing rather well,
You know
yes.
what it's like? Could you imagine if Marvin Gaye was suddenly in a dance group, a group that danced?
Wow.
This is what's going on with this guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
Well, it's
Crazy.
a brilliant blend, all of your skills together, and it's fantastic to have you all here this morning. So the Greatest Hits tour has started. You were in
The Greatest Hits.
Amsterdam, were you? A couple
We
of
were
days
in
Yeah, we just did
Amsterdam a couple of
Amsterdam.
days ago. We're here on the 2nd of June. The
June.
2nd of
Yes.
June.
Yeah.
At
Bridgewater Hall.
Bridgewater
Hall in
Yes,
Manchester.
right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But you're also, I think you're in Stoke-on-Trent. I think like 16.
Stoke is our first.
Right.
Yeah.
Starting in Stoke,
On
good to start,
Friday.
and you've got 16 dates right across the UK.
Wow, he knows our schedule better than me.
But you know how to dance better than me. I can tell you. It's great to have you here. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Shalamar,
Thank you.
brilliant.
Dance and sing, I would say as well.
Totally.